How's it going, everyone? Anthony here with AnthonyAwaken.com and Awaken Outdoors, and today we are taking a look at the Grayl bottle slings. You all were really excited about checking these out in my last video, and don't worry, I am also going to be doing a video on the Grayl hip pack. This one is the Mission size large. There will be a video about that one coming real soon as well, but I've dialed the loadouts in for the Mission bottle sling here, and then we'll also kind of talk about some of the differences between their transport line. But I've dialed this in and I'm really happy with this at this point, so I wanted to discuss that today. So let's go ahead, let's discuss the differences real quick first. So the differences for the transport line is it has these little handles right here that the pods attach to, so that's the same on both sides. So that's kind of your pocket system as far as these are concerned, and then it has the same front pocket, which I'll show you what I've got in mine here in just a moment. And then this one does have a back pocket versus the Mission having the front pocket, some little, I guess like thin pouches or kind of slots on the side, and then some MOLLE here and MOLLE there. So that's kind of the differences on the outside of these two bags. However, the capacity for the inside of the bottle area is exactly the same. And this actually fits probably a whole lot more than you're gonna think that it's gonna fit. So I cannot wait to show you all what I've got inside this. And then on the shoulder strap, you can attach some of the pods. Again, I'll show you all what I got in there here in just a moment. And you can attach 2 of those or morale patches or different types of hook and loop pouches. So that is kind of the outside. Let's go ahead and I will show you all what I am actually carrying in the one that I've got loaded out. This one I was planning on carrying, but I do like this one just a little bit better. So let's flip this camera around and I'll show you all what I've got in it. All right, so first off, let's go ahead and we'll talk about the outside section. So over here in these little slot portions, I have a zoomed in 2.0 ferro rod right here. Absolutely loving this ferro rod. This is a new addition from Uberleben this year. And even though this is not as large of a ferro rod as I typically carry in the wintertime, this thing has been getting it done. Really, really big fan of that. And I've just kind of got it dummy corded on with the striker right here. And the striker is down in there. I won't pull that out, but it's just a little ferro rod striker. And then over here, again, dummy corded on with a little, I wanna say this is a Night Eyes #2 carabiner. I have my Swiss Army knife Farmer. And as you can tell, these pockets are pretty stiff, especially when you've got a bottle in there. It takes quite a bit of convincing to get whatever out, which is a really good thing. That way you don't lose your gear. So this one right here, I am super, super excited about. I had actually lost this for about a year and finally found it again. My favorite tools on this particular Swiss Army knife is the saw, and then also the awl back here is really good. This one is something that I reach for quite a bit whenever I'm crafting, so really excited that I found that again, and it fits perfectly over here in the side slot. So that's what I've got over there. And then in this area right here, another Night Eyes carabiner. This one is a #4 S-biner, and this is the locking variety. I have a brand new roll of 1-inch Gorilla Tape. This stuff can be used for everything. I've literally repaired my window whenever the mechanism failed. I've had to tape that up so that it stays secure, and I've rocked that for like a week-long trip before. So that was a really good, just kind of practical use, but also this is really good for emergency wet weather fire starting and repairs and all sorts of stuff. So I've got a brand new roll of Gorilla Tape on here for this kit. And then right here, this is just a length of cord. I want to say this is between 10 and 15 feet. It's high-vis orange. I use this for everything from my millbank bag right here to rigging things up whenever I'm hanging things or stringing up catfish whenever I'm fishing, whatever. Also, I have little toggles on here for removing like stainless steel bottles out of fires. And then I also have some Prusik loops on here just for various rigging as well. well. And then there is also a little Ranger band right there. So that is just the length of cordage that I keep on the outside. And then moving over to this area right here, this is why I pretty much chose the Mission bottle sling, because I wanted to be able to put some shock cord on here. That way I had room to carry either, in this case, a multi-purpose survival cloth or a shemagh or a lightweight jacket. So real quick, I'll show you all how I've got this one rigged up. This one is from Tough Possum Gear, and this is the survival scarf. This one, you can do everything from making this into an improvised mattress to using it as a scarf, as the name suggests, collecting things with it, all sorts of things. Also, it is blaze orange on the inside right there, as you can see. So this is a really good signal panel if you need it for that as well. Right here, I have some Atwood 275 weight paracord. So this is their tactical paracord, is what I believe they call this. And that has actually become one of my favorite cordages here lately. So I just got a new hank of this while I've been kind of in kit building mode, and I rigged that one up right in here. Next up, before we get into the bottle, let's go ahead and we'll take a look in this front pouch right here. So real quick, if you want to support the channel, these are my patches. You can go over to awakenoutdoors.com. I have a few different ones available right now, and that would be more than helpful to me if you would pick one up. This is my little survival tin. We'll break into this here in just a moment, but just the little miscellaneous items that I keep up in here. I keep some Atwood micro cord down in here, and then also some Kevlar cord down in there. So this is probably combined together about 40 feet, I would say. And this is really good high tensile breaking strength cordage for its size. Next up, and I just threw a bunch of them down in the floor, but I've got some of the My Medic Band-Aids right here. These have become my favorite Band-Aids, along with just the basic Curad ones. So really dig those. I went ahead and put those in here in addition to my little first aid kit that I carry on my person. And then just a 3x3 or a 4x4. This one just happens to be a 3x3 piece of gauze. This in combination with the Gorilla Tape, I'd be able to at least kind of get something over a heavy bleed, and then just the minor nicks and cuts right there as well with the Band-Aids. And then also for the people that say, oh, carry a tourniquet. Yes, I've always got a tourniquet on me. I carry that in my jacket pocket, and then I also keep one in the car at all times too. So there you go, that's first aid, and then I have a little first aid kit, which I've talked about in other videos that I carry on my person. Liquid IV, this one is my favorite, the immune support one, the Tangerine. This is super good stuff. I have been out before and got heat exhaustion, and these things right here absolutely saved the day. Within about an hour of drinking 2 of these, I was back to normal, which was really nice. Next up, let's go ahead, let's break this down. I will clear some of this stuff out and we'll see what is in the survival tin. All right, so here's the survival tin that I carry in my little kits like this. This kind of is an all-encompassing kit that has a little bit of everything that I know I can just toss in there, and I'm good to go, along with some of these bigger things that I've got scattered around the bag. But this one is built on, I want to say, a marbles tin, and this one is waterproofed with a little gasket in there. And then I've just got a big heavy-duty Ranger band around the outside, and also some stickers from some of my friends. Got Uberleben there, got Work Sharp NAFs, and then Uberleben again with a little dude getting his hand drill fire going. So right in here, this is the kit. So I can't remember if I already said it, but I've been rocking one of these for probably 6 to 9 months, and this has came in handy more times than I can count. Especially just grabbing out Advil or burn gel. Actually, during 4th of July, one of the little boys in our family, he got burned really bad, and thankfully I had some burn gel, so that kind of made his night a little bit better and more tolerable. And Advil, you know how it is when you've got a headache. So got some aqua tabs in there as well for more water filtration. Yes, the kit is built around a Grayl, but I figured these are flat, they weigh nothing, so why not go ahead and put one of those in there. Next up, I have just a little fishing kit, and these are built around the Grim Microcaster. So right here, I've caught, I cannot tell you how many fish just impromptu fishing with this little kit. So I've got little glow indicators, sinkers, some fish hooks, all the things that I kind of normally would pan fish with, and I've just adapted it to this little setup right here. So this is the little caster, got some high vis. I want to say this is mono. I would prefer to have braid on there, but this is all that I had. So I've got just some of my typical pan fishing high vis fishing line on there, just that way I can see it and all that good stuff. So right there is my little fishing setup. And again, it's just kind of like anything in this kit. It weighs hardly anything at all, so might as well just go ahead and add it in there. And like I said, I cannot count the times that I've pulled this out, especially in the summer months, spring, and caught fish impromptu whenever I didn't have my full fishing kit with me. Next up, you all have heard me talk about these a million and one times. These are the Bigfoot Bushcraft Tender Tabs. I always keep some of these handy. I know very well how to use these in just about any weather, so I've always got these handy for wet weather, fire starting, or whenever fire lays are a little bit more difficult. We'll get to this bag here in just a minute. I can't remember if I've talked about that before. I guess I also had some Catadine water tabs laying around before I got a new batch of aqua tabs, so I've got those in there. Then a decked out Bic lighter. You have 1-inch Gorilla Tape, waxed hemp rope, and then also a Ranger band. So this is a fire starting and repair package all in and of itself, and child safety lock removed right there. Then next up, more of the My Medic Band-Aids right here. These are some of my favorites again. And then I also have, and this is actually braid around this sewing bobbin. So this is braided fishing line, but this is also there for repairs or to replenish my little fishing kit. Again, repairs, just some safety needles right there, or safety pins. Some more Atwood micro cord right here. A little Swiss Army knife. This one, let's see, yep, that one's got the scissors. I have a few models of these. I couldn't remember which one I put in this kit, but just some scissors. That is my favorite of the tools on these. And then, of course, it's got a little nail file with a little flathead right there. And then also a little blade. So that right there is kind of my go-to for putting in these little kits, is just a Swiss Army knife of this size. These are those little towels that you can get wet and they expand. Those are really nice. Sewing thimble for making repairs. And then I'm not going to dig all this out, but that is some moleskin for, again, first aid, foot related stuff, if I can talk. And then right here, some sewing needles, and then a Fresnel lens for doing solar fires. I love starting fire with solar and a magnifying lens like this. So maybe we'll do a future video showing how to use that if you're not familiar with that method. So yeah, this is the survival tin that I carry. Oh, and then we almost forgot, this is the little baggie. So if I need to use this tin for charring material while I'm out, or if I want to put crawdads in here, which I have done before, I've just dumped this whole kit into the little bag and I've kept crawdads in here, then you can do that. So without having a little bag, you're at total mercy of this right here, or wrapping it up in a bandana or something, and that typically ends up falling. So I would just prefer to have a little baggie just like this. So let me gather all this stuff up, and then we will take a look at the bottle system. I just about forgot, but here is the pod system on the shoulder strap. This one is the size medium. It's attached with like that little HK clip. And then here's what I've got in it. So I have one of the Exotac fire sleeves right here. And this one has another Bic lighter in it. So I've got 2 Bic lighters in the whole kit. Again, child safety lock removed. I also have a Ranger band with one of the Wazoo gear whistles in it. So this is a nice little fire starting and signaling package right there. And then in the little pocket right here, I have a thing of Bucky's chapstick. Also, someone mentioned that you really do need a knife if you've got Bucky's chapstick. If you know, you know. This stuff, I swear, the packaging is like made out of Kevlar. It is crazy. So yes, you need a knife and a knife sharpener to get into Bucky's chapstick. And then the last thing right in here is just more of the Bigfoot Bushcraft Tinder tabs wrapped in a Ranger band. So a little fire starting package all in and of itself. You can absolutely fit more. Sometimes I throw my earbuds and things like that in here, or a slim flashlight, but that's just kind of what I've got thrown in here right now. All right, so we're about to dig into the main compartment here where the Grayl or your water bottle is going to fit. But when would I carry this? That is kind of one of the main things that I think people are probably trying to figure out. When would you carry this versus like a haversack, or let's say a hip pack like this one right here? When I carry this right here is whenever I'm just going to be out for a couple of hours. So whether I'm out on a little fishing trip and I've just got my fishing pole, my water bottle kit, or something like that, that's when I would reach for this right here. So I do carry a couple of additional things, or actually a few additional things. In the winter months, I always carry an insulated pair of leather gloves. I also have right back here just a pair of regular non-lined leather gloves, but I always have a pair of leather gloves on me. That's just kind of a precaution, just whenever I'm out using knives or I'm breaking sticks and you know, going through fields collecting tinder out of that. It just keeps my hands from getting all beat up and cut. So I always have a pair of leather gloves with me. Next up, let's see, I'll grab both of these at the same time. Next up, I always have just some sort of compact folding saw with me. This one right here is the Open L, and this is definitely my go-to for like crafting and carving projects, but I always have some sort of little folding saw with me. I say always, like most of the time. Every now and then I'll run out without this, but if I'm planning on doing a little bit of crafting or fire making, I pretty much always have just some little compact saw with me. And then next up, I always have some sort of fixed blade with me whenever I'm outdoors. This one is a brand new one. I'm super, super excited about this one. I've wanted this knife all year long, and I finally was gifted this one for Christmas, and I'm so beyond excited about it. This one is the Peltonon or Peltonen. I don't know how it's pronounced, but this one is the M23 Cub, and really excited about this one. This is just a really good carver and just really good for general outdoor use from my experience so far with it. Here lately, I've tossed this one just around my neck or with the little belt strap, just pop that onto the front of my belt area. And yeah, that is one of the knives that I've been carrying lately. Some other ones that often make the cut for just little short trips where I don't need something huge is the Reef F3. Really big fan of this one, and I also just recently made a Kydex sheath for it, so really digging that. And I put a little Alice clip on the back, or a Molly clip rather. That way I can attach that to my belt. I could also attach it to the bag here. And then lastly, I could go on for days about knives, but I've also been carrying the BPS Fin Light a lot this year. And this one right here is rocking a custom paint job and then also a custom Kydex sheath. I can wear this one as a neck knife if I prefer, if I've got really bulky layers on, or I've got a little Ulti clip AP, so they're all purpose clip. Again, custom Kydex on that one as well. But let's go ahead, now that I've kind of got the when I would carry this and what else I carry with it out of the way, let's go ahead and check out what I carry in the bottle sling itself. All right, so right here, it's like these little ears. You kind of just click the little tab, and then I'll show it to you over here as well. Click the little tab and that takes the pressure off, and then you can pull your kit out of the bag. And I do have this one shoved in pretty tight, so Right here, I've got my titanium Geopress. This one I've been boiling in a lot this year and just kind of stress testing it, and it has been working out famously. Next up, I do have a full kit in this one right here. So typically what I do, if this is a little bit tight to get out with like my nesting cup and whatnot, I have to unzip this right here, relieve a little bit of the pressure, maybe even take the little tin out right here, and then start to pull the rest of my kit out. Kind of hard to do on camera. But inside the kit, this is a Grayl Geopress pre-filter bag. So this is very similar to a millbank bag. That's typically what they're called. But this right here gets all the kind of big funky stuff out of your water before you start pushing it through your Grayl. And that will allow the Grayl to last a little bit longer. Not the Grayl itself, but the purifier cartridge. And then inside I have the Grayl and Pathfinder collab cup, and that one right there fits the titanium Geopress perfectly, and it also allows the handles to go inside too. So that right there is a sweet cook system, and also you have the ability to process a lot of water by means of boiling and then also using the purifier cartridge. Same deal as what I was talking about with the little survival tin. I also keep a little mesh bag right here, and this mesh bag got choked. This mesh bag is actually a little dip net as well. So again, talking about fishing, talking about crawfishing, different things like that, I'm able to rig this up with a few sticks and have a net there. So this is super handy, and can also, I can toss a bunch of gear in here if it's kind of floating around loose. So I keep that in the bottom with my cup, and then I also keep the two lids. So I keep the lid for my, there's my stainless steel nesting cup. So I keep the lid for that right there. And then this one is the lid for the outer container of the Thai Geopress. But wait, there is more. There's a little bit more room down in here than I had originally intended, so I was able to fit something in there that I didn't think that I was going to be able to, and I'm really excited about that. So I've got a 55-gallon drum liner right down here, so I've got a little bit of extra shelter, and then also I do have a 55-gallon drum liner rolled up into the multi-purpose survival cloth. So I've got two of these right here, and the purpose of these is just endless. You can just pop your arms through, and you can make a little poncho out of it. You can cut this very strategically and carefully with the scissors on like the little Swiss Army knife, and you can rig this up as a lean-to. You can stuff a bunch of debris into this and lay on it like a mattress. You can gather fire-making materials in this. Just know pretty much whenever you use it as that, it's a one-time use thing. That's why I always try to carry two. But that is a look at what all fits into this area. But I know a lot of people are wondering, okay, what about just like your regular wide mouth stainless bottles? Absolutely, they will fit right like that. So this is a 40-ounce wide mouth clean canteen, I want to say. Definitely fits. And then, like I said and showed, you can fit the full titanium Geopress cook kit. So you can do the nesting cup with the Thai Geopress, all sandwiched down in there in a millbank bag or a pre-filter bag, and you've got enough room to even throw that garbage bag in the inside. So a lot of options here. This is what I'm going to be rocking for the next little bit. Really excited about this. I love bottle kit bags, and I hope that you all enjoyed looking at this one that I've created. And I have not forgotten, we are going to be doing the Grayl Hit Pack very soon. This is a look at the loadout that I've got. So it is pretty sweet. Really, really excited about this one, but I wanted to go ahead and get this one out to you all today. So if you enjoyed the video, definitely hit the like button, subscribe to stick around and see more videos just like this one. And until the next video, if you want to check out this kit, hop down into the description and check out the links to this gear and all the other gear that I've mentioned. But I more than appreciate you watching this video. And until the next one, be blessed.